Sometimes, the hardest thing in life isn't talent, luck, or timing. It's realizing that the only thing standing between where you are and where you want to be is your decision to step up right now. That's it. The moment you decide you're worthy of striving for more, everything begins to shift. The Stoics understood this deeply. Epictetus taught that we cannot control external events, but we can control how we respond to them. And in this very moment, you have the power to decide. Will you let hesitation and doubt hold you back, or will you act as if you're already capable, already ready? We all have that inner voice telling us, you're not ready yet. You're not good enough. But here's the truth. You don't have to wait to feel ready. You become the best not by waiting for perfect conditions, but by showing up fully, consistently, with a mindset that you already have what it takes. Marcus Aurelius himself reminded himself daily to focus only on what he could control and to act with virtue regardless of circumstances. Every day was a chance to align action with values, to embrace your power in the present moment, even when the path ahead is uncertain. So here's a question for you. What's one area in your life where you've been waiting for the perfect moment to act? Comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you're ready to start stepping into your full potential, hit that subscribe button now. It's free, and it really helps the channel grow. Let's dive in. Deciding to be the best. Have you ever noticed how most people wait for the perfect moment to start living up to their potential? They wait for the right opportunity, for circumstances to align, or for life to finally give them a break. But here's the Stoic truth. The moment you decide to live up to your full potential is the moment your life begins to change. You don't wait for the world to hand you the opportunity. You create it from within. This is where Stoicism becomes so powerful. Epictetus, one of the foundational Stoic philosophers, taught that it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. That means your power doesn't lie in controlling external events. It lies in choosing your response, in shaping your mindset. Deciding to be the best starts with this very choice. To show up every day intentionally, committed to the highest version of yourself. Now, let's be clear, this isn't about perfection. It's not about being better than anyone else. The Stoics didn't measure excellence by comparison. They measured it by your own potential. You compete against yesterday's version of yourself, against your own limits and habits. And as Marcus Aurelius, one of history's most remarkable emperors and a lifelong Stoic, reminded himself, act with virtue not for glory, not for praise, but because it's the right thing to do. Every day is a new opportunity to improve, to refine, to move closer to the person you were meant to become. Think about the daily challenges you face. Stressful meetings, family tensions, health setbacks, or unexpected responsibilities. When you decide to be the best, you meet these obstacles head-on, not with fear or hesitation, but with purpose and calm. You begin to see challenges not as roadblocks, but as opportunities to practice resilience, wisdom, and self-discipline. Marcus Aurelius himself wrote in his meditations that obstacles are the training ground for virtue, a chance to strengthen character. And here's a question for you. In what area of your life could you start acting today as the best version of yourself? Maybe it's at work, at home, or even in the way you take care of your health. Comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If this perspective resonates with you, hit the like button. It's a small action, but it supports the channel and helps us continue sharing strategies to help you live a calmer, more respected, and purposeful life. Ultimately, deciding to be the best is a daily choice. Life doesn't wait for you. You show up with intentionality and courage, shaping your reality moment by moment. You transform ordinary days into opportunities for growth. You turn challenges into stepping stones. And by committing to this mindset, You begin to live the Stoic life, calm, disciplined, purposeful, and aligned with your highest values. Acting as if you're the best. When I say act as if you're the best, I want you to pause and really think about that. This isn't about arrogance. It's not about looking down on others or pretending you're superior. In fact, the Stoics would warn against that kind of ego. What we're talking about is holding yourself to the highest standard, striving for excellence in every action, and committing to growth every single day. Imagine a world-class athlete. Their confidence isn't flashy or boastful. It's calm, measured, and built on years of discipline, relentless practice, and self-improvement. Think of a master craftsman, someone who shapes their work with patience and precision, always seeking to refine their skills. Their mastery comes not from vanity, but from consistent, deliberate effort. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoics in history, carried himself with the same mindset. Despite being emperor, he saw himself first as a student of life, always learning, always reflecting, and always striving to act in accordance with virtue. Here's the beauty of this idea. You don't need to be perfect, and you don't need to be at the top yet. Acting as if you're the best is a mindset shift. It's a conscious decision to align your daily actions with the person you want to become, even before you feel fully ready. The Stoics knew that our beliefs shape our behaviors. Epictetus famously said that it's not what happens to us, but how we respond that defines our character. So when you start acting with confidence, discipline, and purpose, you aren't pretending. You're planting the seeds of real change. Think about this for a moment. How would your life look if you approached every conversation, every task, and every challenge as the best version of yourself? Would you be more decisive at work, more patient with family, more committed to your health? Comment below with one area where you could start acting like your best self today. I want to hear your ideas. And if this resonates, give this video a like, because that small action shows you're taking steps toward your own growth while helping others discover this mindset too. Acting as if you're the best doesn't require perfection. It requires practice, awareness, and humility. You learn from mistakes, embrace obstacles as opportunities, and gradually, almost imperceptibly, your actions start aligning with your highest potential. Confidence, resilience, and competence aren't born, they're developed. And the Stoics remind us that the path to mastery is through deliberate action and consistent reflection. In short, adopting this mindset doesn't just change what you do, it changes how you see yourself. It shifts your identity from, I wish I could be better, to, I am fully capable of growth and excellence. And over time, acting as if you're the best becomes less of an act and more of a reality, shaping your character, your relationships, and your life. Growth, practice, and facing weakness. You might be sitting there thinking, but I'm not the best. How can I act like I am? And that's completely natural. Most of us feel that way at some point. But here's a fundamental truth from Stoicism. You don't need to be the best to act like the best. Excellence isn't something you're born with. It's something you cultivate. Seneca, one of the greatest Stoic thinkers, reminded us that we become what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. Every day, with every small action, you're shaping the person you're becoming. Acting as if you're the best isn't about pretending. It's about continuous growth. It's humility in action, acknowledging your weaknesses honestly, learning from mistakes, and seeing obstacles as opportunities rather than threats. Marcus Aurelius, even as emperor, constantly reminded himself that he had power over his mind, not external events. By facing your weaknesses directly, without shame, without avoidance, you grow stronger, more disciplined, and increasingly capable of handling whatever life throws at you. This mindset isn't limited to work or personal ambition. It applies to every part of life. In relationships, ask yourself, what would the best version of me do as a partner, friend, or parent? In health, imagine the daily choices someone in peak condition would make, and then commit to making those same choices consistently. In your career or personal goals, practice confidence, resilience, and discipline every single day. Your reality isn't built on intentions alone. It's built on repeated actions, small decisions that compound over time. Here's an important point the Stoics drilled into their minds. Failure isn't a roadblock, it's feedback. Every setback teaches you something. Every mistake shows you where you need to improve. Marcus Aurelius famously said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Think about that. Every challenge, every obstacle is not there to stop you. It's there to shape you, test you, and refine you. By acting as if you're the best, you learn to turn your obstacles into allies. Now, let me ask you, think about the last time you faced a real challenge. Did you approach it with fear, doubt, or hesitation? Or did you face it with purpose and the mindset of someone striving for excellence? Comment below. I want to know how you're currently handling life's obstacles. And if this perspective resonates, give this video a like. It really helps others discover these Stoic strategies too. Ultimately, acting as if you're the best is a daily practice, not a one-time act. It's about showing up again and again with integrity, discipline, and courage. Over time, what starts as conscious effort transforms into character. You stop thinking, "I wish I were better," and start living as the person you already have potential to become. This is a Stoic path, a journey of growth, resilience, and mastery of the self, turning every weakness, every failure, and every obstacle into a stepping stone toward excellence, elevating yourself and others. When you start acting like the best, something remarkable happens. Your life doesn't just improve. You begin lifting everyone around you. This is at the heart of the Stoic principle of sympathia, the understanding that we are all interconnected and that your actions ripple outward, impacting the whole. Think about it. When someone carries themselves with clarity, calm, and purpose, their presence alone can inspire those around them to strive higher. That's the quiet power of Stoicism in action. But acting like the best doesn't mean pretending your flaws don't exist. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It's about facing your weaknesses head-on, understanding them, and using them as fuel for growth. Marcus Aurelius, even as emperor, constantly reflected on his shortcomings, not to feel defeated, but to learn to refine and act with virtue. He understood that true strength comes not from perfection, but from continuous self-improvement and honest reflection. This mindset transforms the way you approach every day. Imagine waking up and asking yourself, how would the best version of me approach this day? In your relationships, in your work, in your health, you start making choices aligned with excellence, discipline, and integrity. Over time, these choices compound. Habits of excellence and resilience are formed. What began as conscious practice slowly becomes second nature, and you start to embody the qualities of someone at the top of their game, not through ego, but through consistent effort and focus. The beauty of this approach is that it's practical and applicable to every stage of life. Whether you're navigating challenges at work, raising a family, or simply striving to become more disciplined and respected, the Stoic path teaches that you always have the power to shape your reality. Seneca's wisdom reminds us that, as long as you live, keep learning how to live. Every day is an opportunity to refine yourself, to practice resilience, and become a person others look to as a model of calm, clarity, and confidence. Even failure, setbacks, or self-doubt become allies on this path. Acting as if you're the best doesn't shield you from challenges. It equips you to handle them with poise and strength. Marcus Aurelius said it best. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes a way. Each obstacle becomes a teacher. Each mistake a step toward mastery. By embracing this mindset, you turn every difficulty into a stepping stone, building a life grounded in purpose and Stoic principles. So, start each day intentionally. Ask yourself, how would the best version of me act right now? Align your thoughts, choices, and actions with that vision. Over time, you'll naturally become the person you've always aspired to be. Respected, confident, resilient, and grounded in Stoic wisdom. And here's a gentle reminder. If you found value in these ideas like this video, share it with someone who needs it and subscribe. It helps us grow this community of people committed to daily improvement, excellence, and meaningful impact. Now, before you go, look at the screen. Your next video is waiting. It's packed with actionable strategies to strengthen your mindset, boost confidence, and elevate your presence in every area of life. Check the description for a carefully curated list of videos that will guide you, step by step, toward living a life of respect, calm, and Stoic mastery. Click now. Continue your journey, and let's keep building excellence together. When you start acting like the best, something remarkable begins to happen, not just in your life, but in the lives of everyone around you. This is a Stoic principle of empathy and action, the idea that we are all interconnected, and the energy, discipline, and purpose you embody naturally influence others. Imagine walking into a room with calm confidence, clarity, and integrity. Your presence alone communicates strength and inspires those around you to rise to their own potential. But remember, acting like the best doesn't mean ignoring your flaws or pretending to be perfect. The Stoics teach the opposite. You must face your weaknesses head-on, learn from them, and let them fuel your growth. Marcus Aurelius constantly reflected on his own limitations, not to feel defeated, but to act with virtue and improve continuously. Facing your weaknesses isn't shameful, it's powerful. It makes you stronger, more disciplined, and more resilient over time. This mindset applies to every aspect of life. In relationships, ask yourself, what would the best version of me do as a partner, friend, or parent? In health, imagine the choices of someone at peak condition, and then make those choices consistently. In your work or personal goals, practice confidence, discipline, and resilience every single day. The Stoics understood that our repeated actions shape our character, and our character shapes our life. Failure and setbacks, they're not roadblocks, they're feedback. Every mistake is a lesson, every challenge a step toward mastery. Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." By acting as if you're the best, you turn obstacles into allies, transforming difficulties into stepping stones toward excellence. So, start each day intentionally. Ask yourself, how would the best version of me act right now? Align your actions with that vision. Over time, you'll naturally become the person you've always wanted to be, respected, confident, and grounded in Stoic principles. And remember, progress comes from showing up every day, no matter your starting point. If you found value here, like this video, share it with someone who needs it and subscribe. It helps us build a community of people striving for excellence and living intentionally. Before you go, check the screen for your next video. It's packed with actionable strategies to elevate your mindset, boost confidence, and become someone genuinely respected in every area of life. In the description, I've linked a curated list of the best videos to help you strengthen discipline, clarity, and virtue step by step. Don't wait. Click now. Continue your journey, and remember, every choice you make today shapes the person you become tomorrow. Stay strong, stay grounded, and I'll see you in the next one.